Being vegan doesn't mean that you just do your best not to eat, wear, or use animals. Being vegan also means you bravely speak out to defend them.
Hello students, welcome to class. Today I'm going to tell you a little story that happened on my street. And you can tell me what you think you would have done. So it's beautiful here. All the kids started coming out and playing because it's spring and they're kind of lingering around. And just outside my house, there are some new kids who had just moved in the house across the street. And there's a boy, he's in grade 4, and a sister who is in grade 2. And they said to me that they recognized me from TikTok. And they said, "You're that vegan teacher." And I said, "Yeah." And I said, "How do you know me?" And they said, "Well, because we saw some of your TikToks." And I said, "Oh, okay." And they said, "Why are you vegan?" So this is where it gets tricky, because most times kids come from families where the parents feed them the dead bodies of animals. And the kids are maybe not necessarily aware of it, or they're kind of aware of it, but not really. And so it's a bit tricky because you've got to figure out what to do now, right? So what do I say to these kids? So I kind of asked around a little bit to try to see whether these kids were drinking soy milk or not. And they said that they were drinking oat milk. So I said, "That's great." And the little girl said, "Why is it great?" I said, "Because you're not hurting cows that way. Tell your mom, good job buying the oat milk." And she's like, "Okay." So then we went on, and they're asking about bacon because they really like bacon. I explained about the pigs that are killed for bacon at just 6 months old. And this girl started saying, "Well, I'm going to be vegan. I'm just going to tell my mom I'm not eating animals anymore." I said, "Oh, well, that's great that you think that, but just go easy on your mom, because she's going to be shocked if you say that." And, not all parents are so open right away. I mean, it's a big thing. You're asking your parents to sort of change their whole life around. So I said, what's good you can do is you can start to Google some vegan recipes, and you can sign up for something called challenge22.com. And she said, "Okay, I'm going to memorize that." So she did. challenge22.com. I said, you can say, to your mom, "Hey, let's spend some mother-daughter time together. Let's go and look at Challenge 22 together, and let's look up the recipes." That's something you can do. And I said, try new vegan foods, Google vegan recipes, and, just ease in that way, because, you don't, basically I was thinking, I don't want the parents to be freaking out and upset. Because it's no good to a family when they're arguing among each other about food. It's much better to ease the parents in with some information. So if you are a parent right now and you're, thinking about becoming vegan, maybe this message is touching you, then I encourage you to watch the important documentaries to really understand what's going on. And you can start with something called don'twatch.org. Try and memorize it. don'twatch.org, which will tell you about the different industries and what happens there with the chickens, the cows, the pigs, the turkeys, the lambs. It's all just a cycle of violence, and it's horrible. And it is devastating that we have to even explain this to children. Like, wouldn't it be better to have a vegan world where we don't even have to tell the kids what happened? Like, imagine in the future, kids are just all drinking soy milk, and they're all eating vegan burgers and vegan bacon, and having healthy foods, like whole foods all the time. School lunches are full of nutrient-dense lentils and chickpeas and rice and beans and strawberries and blueberries. I mean, these are our kids. This is the future. We should be feeding them the highest quality of foods. Shouldn't be skimping, and they shouldn't be having all kinds of ridiculous stuff like those crackers that are shaped like a fish and full of processed foods. So imagine in the future we have this perfect world where everyone is vegan, and kids don't even have to be told about the violence. Like, they don't even know about it. They don't even need to know about it. That would be excellent, wouldn't it? So what would you do? Let's say, or some of you people here who are vegan and you have family members who are children. Do you tell them what's going on if they ask? Do you try to keep the peace in the family and you just don't say anything? And if you don't say anything, do you feel guilty about that? Because in a way, isn't it our job to educate people, to tell the truth? anyway, these are the things that I think about, and I hope the little girl doesn't get yelled at by her parents, because that's a terrible thing. There's so much vegan phobia. I don't want these kids to be yelled at. I don't want it to cause a problem in the home. If the little girl says, I don't want to eat steak anymore, and then who knows what the parents are like. Some parents actually hit their kids and force them to eat meat, dairy, cheese, eggs against their will. And it really is a form of rape, actually, if you do that. Your kids it's their bodies. If they don't want dead bodies inside of them, they should be allowed to decide, and we're going to hope that the parents are going to be respectful of their decision. But so often what parents do is they try to ridicule the messenger. They'll say, oh, that's not true, or they'll try to make up other lies and discredit the person. So that's why I say go to the undercover footage, go to the multitude of documentaries that are out there, and do your own research to see what's going on. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments what you think about my reaction. And do you think that I should have even said more and given details about what happens to the chickens and to the eggs? I mean, these are just little kids, right? So they have a right to maintain their innocence, right? I mean, I don't want to upset them, but at the same time, this is the next generation, and being vegan is best for the environment, and it's so healthy for kids, as long as they're not eating junk food all the time. So let me know what you think. Put in the comments, and right now coming up on screen are going to be a bunch of other videos. Click on them if you like. Be curious, look around my channel, subscribe if you think this channel has value, and share this video if you know anybody who has kids. And I'll read your comments and I'll see what you have to say. Thanks so much, guys, for being here and for supporting this channel. Bye for now.
We're quite sure you heard about us crazy vegans by now. We're the ones who don't want to hurt a single cat, pig, chicken, or cow. We're the ones who eat veggie burgers with beans, nuts, rice, and seeds. And yes, we get enough protein. I mean, just look at us. We're growing like weed. Yes, we're vegan kids, but we're not that crazy after all. Yes, we're vegan kids. We just buy the vegan options at the mall. Yes, we're vegan kids, but we're not that different from you. Yes, we're vegan kids, but our hearts are the same. And so you, mom, dad, brother, sister, cousin, aunt, uncle, grandma, grandpa, you can be vegan too. We're quite sure you heard about us protesting in the street. That's because we hate to see the strong picking on the weak. We're the ones who tell the bullies to stop being so mean. We never put animals on our plates 'cause of the heart-breaking documentaries we've seen. Yes, we're vegan kids, but we're not that crazy after all. Yes, we're vegan kids. We just buy the vegan options at the mall. Yes, we're vegan kids, but we're not that different from you. Yes, we're vegan kids, but our hearts are the same. got plenty of food to eat. Yes, we're vegan kids, but we're not that crazy after all. Yes, we're vegan kids. We just buy the vegan options at the mall. Yes, we're vegan kids, but we're not that different from you. Yes, we're vegan kids, but our hearts are the same, and so you. Mom, dad, brother, sister, cousin, aunt, uncle, grandma, grandpa, and the dog. You can be vegan too. Let's follow that vegan teacher on YouTube right now.